David Benavidez, the Mexican monster, is the epitome of a monster. Now, I know what you're thinking. I've said this before, and I said it when I knew he fought a couple of weeks ago. He is the epitome of a monster. But I think Benavidez is, in his own right, a monster. He's strong, he's powerful, he's got good hand speed, he can take a shot, and I like the way he fights. I like the way he approaches a fight. It's bad intentions with every shot. I think that every shot that he throws, he can hurt you with it. And that's what I like in a fighter. As a boxing fan, I like that fighter that goes in there and puts on a show for the fans. And you get that with Benavidez. I mean, David Morrell is a great fighter. Great fighter. Knocked Benavidez down, albeit a flash knockdown. So he is a force in this 175 pound. I like this light heavyweight division with David Morrell as well. But going on the fight, I thought it was a great fight. David Morrell was coming in bursts and that and tagging Benavidez. What I will say about Benavidez, he's got a very tight guard when he's against the ropes. And his shorts are quite high as well. I don't know if anyone else noticed this. His shorts are very high, well above the navel. But other than that, I think he's got a tight guard, Benavidez. And even when Morrell was trying to tag him with big shots, a lot of them were catching on the gloves and all that, and he was taking the sting out of him and then trying to counter with his own sort of like lead backhand and whatnot. So it was a great fight last night, and the winner of that fight, like I said in a previous video, gets a crack at the undisputed light heavyweight, gets the winner of Beterbiev Bivol. I think that Beterbiev is the favourite. I thought that Bivol won the first fight, if I'm going to be honest with you, by 2-3 rounds. But I think this fight, I think both of them are going to approach the fight differently. I don't know why. I just feel like the first fight, they know each other now. They know what to do. And I think Bivol's game plan, he actually came out and said that he's going to come out with a different game plan. And Beterbiev fights one way, but I think you might see a wee bit more of an aggressive Beterbiev in this fight. And I think Beterbiev is the favourite. And if Beterbiev wins, and he goes on, and I know he's 40 years old and he doesn't retire, and then he goes on to fight Benavidez. And I will say this, that if one man can make it happen, if one man can get it done, it is Turki Al-Sheikh. He can get this fight done, Benavidez and Beterbiev, if Beterbiev wins this fight. And for me, when you look at that fight, that Benavidez-Beterbiev, man, it's just a collision course, isn't it? It's just two guys that hit hard, that only know one way to fight, and that's come forward, throw heavy shots, and try and get your opponent out of there. And I just think that could, and I'm going to go out on a limb here, that would probably, if that fight happens this year, that would be fight of the year. I'm going to put it out there. Benavidez and Beterbiev, if that fight goes ahead and it does happen this year, there's going to be great fights this year, no doubt about it. But I just think that when you've got those two guys that fight the way they fight, it's just going to be an absolutely outstanding fight. And I think that will, and I'm going to put it out there. I'm not a betting man, but if you agree with me, then let me know. If you don't, then let me know. But I honestly think that Benavidez and Beterbiev, Undisputed Light Heavyweight Championship, if that happens this year, fight of the year already. Just give them it. Just give them it. But yeah, the 170 pound division is a fantastic division. We've got Callum Smith and Buatsi and Callum Smith's a great fight. You've got Anthony Yardland and Alpha fighting here. We've got Gvozdyk as well. Who else is in that division? David Morrell, still a force, man. Listen, he might have lost to David Benavidez last night, but he done well last night, David Morrell. He really did. So he's going to be a force in this 170. Him, Buatsi, him against Callum Smith, him against Yard will be a great fight. So he's going to be there and thereabouts. And I just think that with Benavidez staying at 175 now, I think he stayed at 168 just for the Canelo fight, if I'm being honest. I think he just killed himself to make that weight in the opportunity and the hope of getting that Canelo fight that he wanted. Like I said in the previous video, the one below this one, that he accepted the $5 million, which is a low ball offer for Canelo. But Canelo's now said that he didn't give him the offer. I think it's more so Canelo's team rather than Canelo. I don't think Canelo is scared of Benavidez. Come on now, he's fought Golovkin 3 times. Do you know what I mean? He fought Mayweather when he was 23 years old. So fear isn't. That's not it. I just think that Canelo maybe doesn't want to give Benavidez the opportunity because of some disrespect that happened. But Benavidez though, what a fight. I think he's 30-0 and 24 knockouts. I say this about David Morrell to prop. That was only his 11th or 12th fight. I think it was his 11th fight professional fight compared to Benavidez' 30th professional fight. So you can almost say for an 11, I'll go with the amateur career and all that, but the two different sports, amateurs and pros, for an 11 fight pro going in against a 30-0, well 29-0 Benavidez, he done very, very well and we are forced in this division. And it's a great division to be in, this light heavyweight division. But I suppose for me, again, being the selfish boxing fan that I am, and the fact that we're only in February right now, is that when we look for this calendar year, this 2025, and we think of Beterbiev and Bivol on February 22nd, that winner of that fight goes in against Benavidez, hopefully. And again, whether it is Bivol or Beterbiev against Benavidez, I love it. That's going to be an absolutely cracking fight, whoever it may be. I just think that it might be Beterbiev this time. And if he doesn't retire, then Benavidez, Beterbiev, just give him fight of the year already. Trust me. I'm going to go out on the limb and say that. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I don't mind being wrong with sometimes. You know what I mean? It doesn't faze me. I'm wrong quite a lot. But yeah, great fight last night from David Benavidez. What a monster he is and what a force he's going to be in this 175 division. Now, just a wee weekend roundup. We had the Next Gen show on Friday here in the UK with Eddie Hearn, George Leda, Jimmy Sains, Junaid Bostan against Fawaz as well. What a fight that was. Some great young talent on there, man. Giorgio Fisioli as well. What a fighter he is. So a great card, great prospects coming through in what Eddie Hearn's got. Levi Buttigieg as well. Maisie Rose. So you've got some great fighters. I've missed anyone out, I do forgive me. And then you had the show last night with Adam Azim. Adam Azim is doing everything right. Great matchmaking, by the way, I must admit. Lipinets stopped him in the 8th or 9th round, if I remember. So, but I think what we're screaming for is that Dalton Smith fight against Adam Azim. I think Adam's ready. I think he's caught up Devin Haney and whatnot. But I think, come on now, give the fans what they want. I think I read somewhere that Turkey Al Sheikh took Adam off the Conor Ben Eubank card because he didn't fight Adam. He was offered Dalton Smith and a couple of other fighters, but he didn't accept them, so he got taken off the card. But I think, why not make it now? I think it makes sense. I think Dalton's British European champion. Adam Azim is young. I think he's 8-9-0 now, whatever it is, and I think you can fight Dalton now. I think it's great, and you can put them on one of them big Saudi cards, so both young fighters get paid. They get paid what they deserve, and there'll be titles on the line. We've seen what all British clashes and British title fights mean to fighters. So why not make that fight? So yeah, the weekend of boxing, what a great weekend it was. But I always leave these sort of videos, finish these videos with a question for you to answer in the comment section, and I'll try and engage with you. I've said there that if Artur Beterbiev beats Bivol on February 22nd, and he does accept the fight, David Benavidez, do we just give them fight of the year already? Is that the fight that is just going to explode and just be having the fans on the edge of their seat, knockdowns, drama, cuts, everything involved? I think yes, just give them the fight of the year. If that fight happens, give it to them. Do you agree? You know what to do. Leave a comment. I'll get back to you. Let's go.